a woman that terminated her pregnancy considered a baby mom? She hasn't given birth to any other children, but she's been pregnant and she's terminated. Is she considered a baby mama? Is a man considered a baby daddy if he's had a woman, he's impregnated a woman, and she's terminated the pregnancy, and he has no children that a woman has given birth to? Let us kind of dissect that situation. Now, I had a few people, they were like, why is this a question? Why is it not? Why is it not a question? Is this an offensive question? What makes this question offensive? Because it seems like it's okay for everybody to, oh, baby mama, this shit, baby mama, but honey, just because you got some secret skeletons and some bodies, do you not fall into that category? So let's dissect that. What do you think about that, Lady Lotus? A woman that has had terminated some pregnancies, or some pregnancies. She hasn't been married. Is she a baby mama? And that man, is he considered a baby daddy if a woman has terminated some of his babies? Are they baby mamas and baby daddies? If yes, why? If no, why?
So I will admit that my first thought was no. No. There's no baby, so how are you a baby mama or a baby daddy? But I got to see some other perspectives and going through comments, and I was like, wow, okay. That kind of made me think in another way. So I put it to myself like this. If you had a miscarriage, then you would still say that spirit of that child is going to be with me, or bless my baby, or my baby is with the Most High now. And I asked myself, what is the difference if you were to terminate the pregnancy? And then the question came to mind is termination. You have to face the reality of what was done in the termination if you claim that is a baby. So it's easier to say, no, it wasn't a baby. It's not a baby.
And that's a great point. Denial. You are in total denial because you don't want to, as Lady Lotus said, you don't want to admit the fact. So it's easier for a mother and a father that has lost their child, that's lost their angel due to miscarriage. They're going to accept it because they wanted that child. The difference is for the termination, you didn't want the child, so it's easier for you to act like that child wasn't so. But, beloved, I'm here to tell you, it was a child. You just made the decision to end its life. There's no other way to say it. So it was a baby. You chose to terminate that right. You chose to terminate that life, but you're still a baby mama. You still would have been a baby mama. You just chose not to go forward with the birth. You made that decision not to go forward with it. So for all of these folks that's jumping on the bandwagon, the bash or single mother bandwagon, fam, dudes, if you got some women that you done gave 500 to 700 to get an abortion, you're a baby daddy. You just chose to terminate, have your child's life cut off. It is what it is. It may sound, listen, and saying it like that, people listen, now I know you're all up in a bunch now. It's not the same. How is it not the same? Miscarriage, so like Lady Lotus said, had the demise of the child been due to a miscarriage, then it still would have been considered, you being pregnant and having a child. You still would be considered a mother of a child. But just because you decide to terminate it, now we want to get all up in our feelings and be self-righteous. No, there's no room for being self-righteous. You terminate it. Listen, I'm not bashing against the fact whether you terminate it or not. I'm simply speaking from the fact of if you are on the ban and bash a baby mama team, and you a dude that done had some abortions on some terminations on your hands,
you the pappy.
You ain't no better. Yeah. You're no better. So the same dudes that you looking down upon, or the same women that you're looking upon down upon, you've participated in the same situation. The only thing is you were able to, what you think was, get rid of yours, no harm, no foul, because you terminated, but it still existed. So the fact that you conceived a child with a man or a woman that was not your spouse, then guess what? You're a baby mama or a baby daddy, beloved. Whether you wanna admit it or not. Doesn't matter how many times you done slept around and you done humped around. And listen, dudes be passing. Listen, that was before the law was overturned. So I don't know what y'all gonna do now. But if you have had, oh no, that ain't that. The child is not here. Somebody even said, well, if you got terminated from a job, does that mean you have a job?
It means you had
right,
a job.
A job, and you were once employed. You don't have it now, but you had a job. So it's just like, okay, you had it. That's the.
You wouldn't say, I never had a job before just
Absolutely.
because you got fired.
You got fired, right? Absolutely. So it's just like, I tell you, folks just got all up. I can't see this. This is a ridiculous question. Absolutely, because this question is going to make you look at yourself. And again, I'm not judging you, to each his own. Whoever decides to have, terminate, or whoever decided to listen, that's your business. But what I'm saying is, don't sit up here, don't sit high and look low when you fall in the same category. Just don't nobody know your secret. Yours is a secret because you got rid of it. So you can look down on somebody that you can look down on a woman that has given birth to her children, but secretly you know that you've been knocked up a time or two and you done got rid of it, which, however, that's between you and the Most High. That ain't my position. That's not my job to judge you, and I'm not judging you. I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is, walk into the light, Carol Ann, because you too are a baby mama. If you did not have that, if you got pregnant out of wedlock, you, beloved, is a baby mama. Sir, if you stuck it in and you left your children up in her and you were not married to her and she got pregnant, you, sir, are that baby's pappy. So let's just put that to rest. Now again, follow me, unfollow me, like whatever, it don't matter. But the fact remains the same. Let's stop this bash fest. Let's stop it. It's just like, I'm not condoning being a baby mama. I'm not condoning having kids out of wedlock. We need to be focusing on and encouraging people to have families. That's my belief. But I'm not gonna sit up here and say and try to clean my ish up. Well, but because I had my son when I was young, it doesn't count, because yes, I have a kid. I'm a single mother. Right. I'm not trying to have that ish, but I'm not also gonna sit up here and say, well, since I only got one, no. Listen, the ish is jacked up. It's jacked up. Now listen. I done made my bed. Listen, because I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth though. When R. Kelly said keep it on the down low, ain't nobody gonna, I got caught up in all that. Y'all ain't gonna lie. Now can I just be honest with y'all? That's when my pregnancy happened around that time. You remind me of a Jeep and all of this other stuff. 12 play, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.